Yeah, hi. Hi, Viranchi. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello, hello Viranchi? Hello?
Hello.
Hello, Viranchi. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, guys. Very good evening. My name is Naveen. Okay, so I will be your trainer for your networking part. So, can I have a quick introduction of both of you? Let's start with Avinash.
Hi, I hope you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so I am here in San Jose. I did my master's from San Jose State University a
Okay.
year back, and I'm currently looking for opportunities in networking field. I have around 4 years experience in control system back in India, but planning to switch domains to computer networking.
Okay. So, do you have any conceptual knowledge on networks, or you're completely new to networks?
No, I have a good, I would say, relatively advanced basics knowledge of computer networks.
Mm.
So I'm looking for uh, on slightly advanced topics, training on slightly advanced topics that are not covered in the basic CCNA stuff.
Okay. So okay. Virenchi, go ahead with you.
Yeah. My name is Viranchi. I did my master in computer science and networking side,
Okay.
and I am preparing for CCNA too.
Okay. Fine. Okay. So I will share the content. Okay. So you guys can see my screen. I mean, it will be 2 minutes delay.
So we are training on which basis, like on Cisco or what?
It's for Cisco only. Don't worry. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Just I'm telling. See, nowadays what's happening is people are looking for multi-platform professionals. Okay, even though you have been trained on network. Okay, so I will just show you what exactly people will be
So
asking.
can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you don't mind, can we start in Hindi, please? Because in Hindi we can understand very more.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm little bit poor in Hindi. I'm basically from Hyderabad, but I will try
Please.
my level best to give you examples in Hindi. Okay.
Okay. And can you recording this?
Yeah, I'm recording, so you can see this recording. You will get it via Google Drive. Don't worry about it.
And what about tomorrow timing, please? Because can we start from morning?
What time you want?
It's like around 8 or 9. Anytime it's fine.
EST, right?
8 EST or I am CST, but EST is fine.
So because I have a free slot at this time. Okay, so that's the reason I have given you this time.
Okay. What about noon time?
Noon time, in your noon time?
Yeah.
In your noon time, it's not possible because it's a night here. I'm from Hyderabad, India. Okay.
Or
So,
you are in Hyderabad, right?
yeah, I am from India. Don't worry about it. So don't see, you all guys will be getting training from basically in India from southern part. The trainer will be either from Chennai, Bangalore, or Hyderabad. Only from these three regions.
So you can nighttime you are busy or free, so we can start early morning.
My mornings, so I will be working. I'm a working
Your
professional.
nighttime. Your nighttime. So here morning time, right?
No, your morning time. My
Oh,
night time. See, I work for US timings. Okay, so that's the reason I take in morning
oh
session.
shit.
So there's no problem. So you're not comfortable with this timing?
Hmm. I am no, but
See, it's only 1 hour. You can
oh,
adjust.
that's fine. Okay, that's fine. I'll manage. Okay, go ahead.
Only 1 hour. See,
Okay, okay. Don't worry.
you can see over here. So dice. So you know dice, right?
Yeah.
So dice is a recruiting platform. Okay. So you guys can register. See what they are asking here for a network engineer. The requirements will be like this: ACS, switches, broadcast, CCNA, Cisco, hardware, multiplexers, networking, network engineer, network protocols, router, security. Okay. Or you go for network engineer level 3, they will ask you all these things. Apart from this, you need to have other stuff also. So we will be covering network fundamentals first. Okay. So then we will be going with Cisco training, routing and switching. Okay. So this will be the basic part. And the concepts will be like this. So I will be providing this material with you. So this consists of all the textual knowledge as well as the lab session step by step.
Mhm.
So first, both Renchi, you're here. Avinash, you're hearing, right?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear.
Okay. So we will be starting from the basic. See, my way of teaching is completely different. It's an interactive session. So if I am not getting response from the student, I will stop over there because I feel that student is having some doubt and he might not be understanding. Okay. So I just need a response, yes or no. That's it.
Okay.
So we will be starting with the basic concepts, very basic concepts. I will be sharing you a 60 pages notes. Okay. So where you will be learning about different things. Basics, very basics. 1 minute. So this is a very basic note. So you will be starting from uh, novice, novice in the sense very new to advanced part. Okay, so like what is network? Okay, so what is peer-to-peer network or client server network? So like this, you will be learning about the basic concepts. Okay, so then we will be negotiating about Cisco and CCN exam pattern. That's later part. So we will be discussing about IP addressing part. Okay.
Mhm.
So what is TCP IP addressing? So basic thing, important concept in networking is to understand. So how addressing is assigned. Okay. How you guys are configuring. So, and I will show you a slide. It's related to Microsoft Network. So how they are implementing the things and how they will be configuring. Um, mhm. Okay, yeah.
Give me this whole material if you have.
See, this I cannot give you. Okay, so this
Yeah,
is my.
I know, I know.
So this is how the network will be. Okay, so this is a corporate network. Okay, so internet, from internet they will be connected to firewalls. Okay, so like this it will be internet routers. Again, these are called as internet routers. Okay, for that particular company. From there they will be routed to firewall. So firewall will be filtering, then it will be moved to load balancers, again routers, again um, DMZ. I hope you guys have heard about DMZ,
Right.
demilitarized zone. Avinash, you might have heard it, right?
Yeah,
DMZ.
yeah, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So this part is
I
DMZ.
don't know. I don't know.
Uh, DMZ is nothing but, so we put some machines, okay, web machines over there, okay,
Hmm.
and we will give complete access to the users, public users, okay.
Okay.
For example, you are logging into Microsoft MSN, right? So MSN, you can access any information, but in order to access Microsoft related, you need to have authorization, okay. So DMZ is what? It's a restriction. It is a stoppage area, the boundary where the public users can reach maximum. So after that area, only authorized users will be able to log in. That is called corporate network. Okay. So this network is called as LAN, and this network is called as WAN, wide area network, and local area network. Okay.
Okay.
So, so for this, we require different devices like routers, switches, load balancers, firewalls. Okay, and this is the IP address you might be seeing. Okay, so this is all cloud. You guys have heard about cloud, right?
Right.
AWS, Azure cloud. Okay, so can you help me? What exactly you know about cloud? What do you understand cloud means?
Cloud means it's one type of storage, I
Okay,
guess.
okay, okay, good.
Mm, other thing.
Avinash, do you have any idea?
Yeah, so I would say that this cloud would be where the hardware is located at a remote location and you only get access to what you need. For example, like the Amazon cloud services, you
Hmm.
don't care where the hardware is located or how the hardware is managed. You just get access to, um, you just request access to how much ever your
Uh,
requirement is, and then you use it as per what you want.
yes. Virenji, in simple terms, you buy
Hmm.
a server, okay, for your organization.
Hmm.
Previously, before cloud implementation, the cloud was started around 2008, okay, but
Hmm.
it came into full force around 2014. Before 2014, all the organizations used to have their own setup, network setup. That means servers, routers, switches, everything. They used to have a room or a complete floor was given to that setup only. Okay. So that means they need to invest money for the hardware, invest money for maintenance, and they need to hire the people in order to maintain those things. Okay. So that
Okay.
is IT department. Okay. Previously, you might have heard. So some people were saying, I work as an IT analyst or network engineer or desktop support professional, right?
Hmm.
But now what companies have moved, the move from their own setup to what? Cloud-based environment. That means a data center will be there. It's simply you build a house. Instead of you living in that house, you divide that building into multiple portions and you will sell it to different people. Okay. So that person will pay you rent and he will use it for his own purpose, like shopping complexes, towers, right? You understand?
Yes, sir.
Commercial complex. What do you mean by commercial complex? So it's a
Just a.
combination of multiple multiple stores. Okay. So, but all will be in single building. Okay. So the owner of that building will be single person. So all these people will be taking some portion of that building and they will modify as per their requirement and they pay rent for the space they have taken. The same concept is for cloud, right? Okay.
Okay.
So now we are not bothered about cloud. We are only bothered about how this routing is done over here. Okay. So you will be need learning about IP addresses. Okay. You will be learning about subnetting part, how they are implemented. You can see. So these are different locations. Singapore, okay, Quincy, Dublin, okay, Tequila. So all different areas, different countries, and how they are connected. Okay, so each will be having different IP address, and you can see all these are different things. So how these are connected, what is what, and how we will be designing such type of networks. Basically, we will be explaining the part. Is it clear?
Yep.
So once we move the DCP IP addressing part, okay, so we'll be learning about private and public. So in the starting classes, we will be concentrating on the basics, all pure network basics. So introduction to Cisco routers, we will be starting, okay. So from there, we will be moving with the CCNA predefined part. Okay. So if you want to know about CCNA examination pattern, so this is the CCNA pattern. So you will be starting as an entry level technician, okay, or you can directly write down CCNA. You can write in two ways: CCNA single paper or CCNA two paper. One is ICND1 and ICND2. Okay. So that there are different tracks for Cisco certification. You can see here entry level. Okay. So for routing and switching, you have entry level. You might see that there are different tracks over here, but everything requires what routing and switching as prerequisite. Okay. I will tell you. Cisco certification. So you can see over here entry level. So you can go to Cisco and you can see over here associate certifications, professional certifications. Okay, for example, if you want to move directly to Cisco security, CCNA security, so you will be having some prerequisites. So so here CCNA valid for 3 years. Okay, so you need to pass any associate level first. Okay, and we can go for topics. So all these topics are for CCNA security. So it is implementation of CCNA security, but it requires what? The prerequisites are you need to have routing and switching concepts in order to attain this one. So we will be going through routing and switching concepts in this part. So CCNA, routing and switching. I hope you guys are understanding, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you take any certification, the basic requirement is either you need to have basic understanding on the routing and switching concept, or you should be certified in this one. So basically, previously before Cisco has modified the certification program, there were only one track first. You need to complete CCNA routing and switching, then you can go for security, or you can go for data center, or you can go for voice or wireless networks. But now they have modified it and they have given everything direct entries. Okay. But the prerequisites is what? Routing and switching. So here we will be talking about routing and switching. In routing and switching, what are the topics covered are as follows. So you will be learning about LAN connectivity, basic LAN connectivity. Then we will be discussing about Cisco routers. So what are the different type of routers? So if you see over here in the PPT which I just showed you, so there are different routing parts. Okay, let's see. SPF, this is one of the part. MPLS, IPv6. So do you see this diagram?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what it is a setup. It's all across Asia Pacific region. Okay. So how they are connected, how they are implemented. Okay. So how, what kind of connections are going, all these things will be explained in OSPF configuration part. And if you want to see for one overview, that is wide area network overview. So this is how it will be. Okay. So this is one region, this is another region, this is another one, and this is another one. Okay. So all will be having switches, routers, like this. Okay. So you might be a little bit worried. What is all these things? This is high-end design of a network, established a network. So we will be starting from the basic part. Okay. So normally this is the topology. So you will be having routers, switches, firewalls. So like this. So these are the normal routers. These are the high-end routers or layer 3 switches, firewalls, and other stuff. Okay. So guys, are you there?
Yeah, yeah. Already here.
Yeah,
Virenchi, you are hearing?
yeah.
Okay. So don't worry, guys. So this is just I'm showing you how many types of routers will be there, or what type of networks will be implemented. Okay. So I work for Microsoft. So just I'm showing you my infrastructure. So these infrastructures depend by internet experts who are in the organization since from very long time. Okay. Don't worry about this. You guys are not going to do all these things. You will be starting your career as a junior network engineer or network engineer based upon the number of years of experience you put down. Okay. So we will be moving with the configuration of router. Okay. So the configuration or the setups will be like this. Just give me a second. So we will be using a packet tracer as a tool for our lab sessions. Okay. So you will be seeing physically like this in real environment. So you see here, these are the routers. These are the different cables. So we will be learning about router models. We will be learning about the type of cables for transmission media, all those things. Okay. And this is called rack unit. And this is the power distribution panel. So where you will be powering up the devices. Okay. So all those things you will be learning step by step. Is it clear?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so like this, we have a lot of topics to be covered over here. Okay, so we will be moving with troubleshooting connectivity. We will learn about WAN protocols. Okay, we learn about subnetting, then about routing, different type of routings. Then we will be learning about routing protocols, RIP, EIGRP, OSPF. Okay. Then we will be learning about switching concepts, VLAN, native VLAN, all the things related to your certification. But basically, the implementation part, everything will be implemented. How? And there are a lot of resources apart from this materials. So you have a site called free CCNA workbook. Okay, so here it is a completely lab infrastructure. You can just go over here and you can just check it out. Okay, I'm just showing you. Don't worry, it's a step-by-step programming part, but I'm just showing you there are different type of resources where you can learn the things. Okay, so like this you will be seeing when you log on to your router. Okay. So just I will show you how a router will be set up or show. And mm, if you are okay, I will start the class today itself, or else we will stop over here uh, for today and we will start tomorrow actual concepts.
Okay, sure,
Okay.
sounds fine.
So what do you want? Should we continue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do a little bit of initial briefing, and so that tomorrow we have less to study.
Nothing will be there. We'll start with mathematics first. Okay. We'll start with mathematics. Then we will be going with other stuff.
Mm.
So actually, so this will be our daily sessions. Okay. So after we the step-by-step part, assigning IP address to computers, verifying communication. So even though you feel that you know these things, but these are very important for troubleshooting. Okay. So step-by-step programming. Everything is step-by-step. And IPv6, we will be reserving it for later part. Once we are good with IPv for implementation on all the things, then I will talk about IPv6. Okay, because
Mhm.
IPv6 is mostly used for host IPs. So for example, if you open, if you guys are on Mac or Windows, if you are on Mac, open terminal and type ifconfig. If you are on Windows, you type ipconfig. Okay, so you will get IP address over here. So my IP address, see, this is IPv6 address and this is IPv4 address. Presently, we are working with IPv4 only. Okay, and IPv6 is used for host addresses for providing LAN IPs because IPv4 is a limited address range and IPv6 is technical, logically unlimited. So what is the difference between IPv4 and IPv6? We will be explaining in the coming parts. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, I am listening.
Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Right. Good. Um, yes, where's binary? Uh, so let's start with this thing. Okay. So, are you guys? Have you seen these things?
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
So bit, byte. Okay. So can you give what is the difference between bit and byte?
8
Oh,
bits is a byte.
it's like beta.
So just simple question. So what is the speed you are getting for your network?
Don't know, probably 100 Mbps, I guess.
What is B stands for? It stands for bytes or bits.
That's bits, I think.
Now,
Uh,
byte is much bigger.
byte is bigger. Okay.
Bigger.
So always remember. So this is very important. In our networks, we deal with only bits. Okay.
Bits.
So either it will be kilobits, megabits, or gigabits. Okay.
Yeah.
So memory is MB, megabytes. Okay. But when I talk about speed, it is MB, that is small b. Okay. So it is indicated by the letter
B.
small b. Okay. So this is the difference. When you see MB, so megabits. When you see capital B, it is megabytes.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. So a bit can be 0 or
Or
1.
one.
Okay. And we need to understand four numbering systems. Okay. So decimal number system, binary, octal, and hexadecimal. Okay. So can you guys help me? What do you mean by high level language and low level language?
So I believe the low level languages like assembly languages deal directly with the commands that run directly on the processor, and there is no intermediate compiler involved in the processing of that language.
Okay,
High
so
level languages.
you're going with compilers and other things. So I'm just asking you, what language does machines understand? Avinash, I guess you can tell us because you work
Yeah,
with
so
control systems.
yeah,
What
so
language?
machines understand only the binary language, the only zeros and ones, but
Hmm,
we cannot write zeros and ones, so we have to use like a high level language to implement more complicated, algorithms and programs.
right. So normally human beings are good with the high level language, that is English level language, right? English language normally. I mean textual language. So we understand text, whereas the machine understand only 0 and 1. Okay. So that's where we need to understand here. So we have binary, octal, and hexadecimal. So when I talk about addressing system, we will be using one is decimal addressing system, other one is hexadecimal addressing system. Okay. So this table, I hope you are familiar with this.
Hmm.
So we have a decimal 10, that is 0 to 9, binary 0 and 1, octal 0 to 7, hexadecimal 0 to F, where from A to F are representing 10 to 15. Okay. So when you see hexadecimal, you will see the combination of numbers and alphabets. You got it?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just showed you, right? So you see here, this is IPv6 format. It's hexadecimal addressing system.
Mm.
Okay, and this is decimal addressing system. This is IPv6 and this is IPv4. Okay,
Yeah.
so you should be good with these things. And how good you are in conversion, binary to decimal, decimal to binary.
I suppose we have done this right for the subnetting and stuff.
We require this. That's why I'm giving more importance.
Okay, okay.
So there's a reason I'm asking how good you are in conversion part. Decimal to binary, binary to decimal.
I suppose okay, because we had a lot of work in this.
Okay. For example, I will ask you. So what is the binary value of 10?
Binary value of 10, that will be uh,
Guys, just be on the link. I will come back once again. Okay.
okay.